I'm Emily Voigt, and I spent 3.5 years pursuing the world's most coveted tropical fish in the wild for my book, The Dragon Behind the Glass.
The Asian Arowana, or the legendary dragon, is an agent of chaos. The most expensive Asian Arowana costed about $300,000.
I'd have to say, very tragically, that it was actually a human life.
It's a bit shadowy, the entire fish trade. In one of her sections of the book, she said that she had been to Arowanas, which is one of the biggest fish exhibition events in the world. Voigt also speaks about the kingpin of Singapore, Kenny Yap.
At the center of the glamorous world of Southeast Asian aquaculture reigned a flamboyant Singaporean tastemaker known as Kenny the Fish.
But do all people keep Asian Arowanas just because they like the fish, or there are other reasons behind it? Well, we want to talk about all of that in our next episode.
I'm Chu. I have a passion for arowana fish. This is not just any fish. This is the most expensive ornamental aquarium fish in the world. It looks like a dragon. That's why it is called dragonfish.
So in the first episode, we spoke about Emily Voigt and her quest for the Asian Arowanas. In this episode, we are going to talk about the compelling reasons why we want to put that legendary dragon in a fish tank. Hey, what's up guys? Abhishek here from AV Studio, and this is part 2 of the series, The Legendary Dragon. But before we go ahead, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please go ahead and subscribe to it. Also, as you know, we're running a giveaway on the channel wherein 2 lucky winners will get a box each of WA fish food from Bright Aquatics, and that which is owned by Shoraj Karmakar. And Bright Aquatic, as you know, is the exclusive distributor of WA brand fish feed product for West Bengal, Jharkhand, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Assam and Northeast. And at the end of the video, we are going to announce the 2 winners who won this contest. So stay tuned till the end. So let's get started with the episode 2. So we spoke about why is it so compelling for us to keep an Asian Arowana in a fish tank. Well, it's not really about the Asian Arowana. Let's talk about the perennial reason why we feel or we have the need to put a fish in a bowl. Why is that perennial need for us to do that? So E.O. Wilson in his book writes about a phenomena called biophilia. Biophilia is our innate desire to connect with animals of other species. And this innate desire makes us put a fish, an ornamental fish or a tropical fish or whatever fish in a fish tank and keep them as pets. I'll let it sink in for a moment. Go look up biophilia. This is the reality. It is scientifically proven, and I wouldn't believe anything else that any of you say, because that will not be true. Now let's talk about why do we have this compelling desire to keep an arowana in a fish tank. I've already explained to you why arowanas are expensive. If you don't remember, let me jog your memory a bit. They are expensive because in 1970s, the international community decided to ban a lot of species and put them under the US Endangered Species Act. Okay? Arowana was one of them. Why were they endangered? Because they were being eaten. So once it was banned, the idea of scarcity came into the picture, and so everybody wanted one. So it started becoming expensive. And of course the rarity, because it is a slow reproducing fish and an apex predator, of course. We all know that. So why this compelling reason to keep arowanas in our tank? Multiple reasons, scarcity being one of them, the grace, the myths that they bring in good luck. These are some of the reasons why we want to keep an Asian arowana in our fish tank. And also somewhere it's the top fish in the freshwater aquarium business or in the freshwater aquarium hobby. and all hobbyists would want to have a piece of that pie. Another very interesting thing about keeping Asian Arowanas is the hype around the certificates, the names of farms, and the whole works around it. It doesn't really matter because we spoke about it. It's a shadowy business. If you look at these farms, they're all guarded and highly walled and all of those things. That makes the whole thing even more lucrative for a hobbyist like us to have an Asian Arowana. You just don't go to a pet shop or a fish store and buy an Asian Arowana. The entire process of selecting, getting it home is an entire new ball game, a different high that gives all of us as hobbyists.
And when I saw that there was all this high security in these fish farms, I was curious why, and it became clear as I started to dig into crime reports over the last decade or so. There was this wave of fish robberies that had been sweeping the region. Kidnappings, canings, all for lust of a fish.
Now let's talk about farms for a minute. What are we obsessed about farms so much? They're nothing but breeding grounds for Asian Arowanas. They're all the same. There's no difference. I could show you 100 certificates, but they mean nothing. They absolutely mean nothing. A certificate only states that it has been captive bred because it's illegal to sell wild-caught Arowanas for the exact same reason why they were banned in 1970s that I explained already. So these certificates mean nothing. They have a microchip just to ensure that it is a proof that they have been bred in captivity and it is easily imported or exported. So why should we obsess about these farms so much? It's just a hype created. Even if an Arowana didn't have a certificate, it didn't really matter as long as there's enough documentation and proof that it has been bred in captivity. So I think as hobbyists, we need to stop obsessing about these farms, these microchips and so on and so forth. It does not matter. We like the fish for various reasons that I mentioned, because the way it looks, the way it swims, the colors, they're beautiful creatures, they're interactive, and most importantly, they're legendary, they're the top fish in the hobby. There are enough reasons for us to like and keep the Arowana as a pet fish. But it doesn't have to be the farms or the certificates or the chips. It's not important. Oh, that tail is torn. Oh, that fin is not long enough. Oh, it's got long hands. It's not important. An Arowana is an Arowana. Just enjoy the hobby. Just bring in the fish and keep it. Chu Han Ta, a filmmaker and an Asian Arowana lover, was obsessed with the fish. And rightly so, because he was in love with the animal. There is a whole long video on this hobbyist of how he kept Asian Arowanas in his home and how he changed his home to go to a bigger home just for the love of the fish. He would spend hours looking at his fish tank and enjoying the beauty of the dragons.
This is a story about life, love, and death. About how I fell in love with my Arowana. I could never have imagined how this fish would become such an important part of my life.
That's the true love of an Asian Arowana. But do we really have that kind of a love for the Arowanas? Or do we want to do a bit of a show off? Not all of us, but surely some of us. There's one more very interesting factor that makes us obsessed about Asian Arowanas. And we want to talk about that in the third and the final episode of this series. So don't miss out on that one. Alright guys, so this was the second episode of the Legendary Dragon series, and now it's time to announce the winners. So the first winner is Syed Yassin, and this is what he wrote in the comment section. I saw your first video of tanning about the Arowana and I loved it. The information you gave was excellent. Not only you care about Arowana's health, but also about the fish keeper's problems while tanning an Asian Arowana. Till now, your information and knowledge about the Arowana was the best I have seen. Really looking forward to watch more from you and get more knowledge about Arowanas. That's why I love watching your channel. And talking about WA fish foods, it's the best in the market now, as it has so many varieties available for each and every kind of fish. It gives the fish exactly the diet they need for growth and color. The nutrition content on the food is bang on. Perfect to keep our fish healthy. Looking forward to use the product more in the upcoming days. Well, Syed, thank you so much for writing such lovely words, and congratulations for winning the contest. And your box of Wow Fish Feed will reach you shortly. The second winner for the contest is Shubham Majumdar, and here's what he had to write. Avidijida, you have very simple way of explaining things, especially for Arowana. You share your experiences daily in your forum. Please do let us know about Popeye treatment and dropsy for Arowana in detail. The reason for Wow Fish Food is because our Shoroj helps us to get the packages very quickly and well packaged. It's made in India product and lot of good results for the fishes. Great. So Shubham, congratulations for winning the contest, and thank you so much for writing such lovely words. So Syed and Shubham, your fish feed boxes will reach you shortly. So that was the contest with Shoraj Karmakorda of Bright Aquatics, and Shorajda, thank you so much for sponsoring this contest. And for some of our viewers who's thinking that I'm making some money out of these contests, not really. I don't make anything. This is probably the second time I'm telling you guys I don't make anything out of these contests. It's just the winners who get something out of it, and I'm happy for that. And keeping the spirit of the contest alive, I want to tell you that there is another giveaway that's going to come up next week on AV Studio, and this time from Aqua Wonders. It's going to be something very, very interesting that Pranjal Gupta is going to give away, and I'm going to tell you more about that in the next week's video. Alright, so that's all that is for this particular video, and if you have liked this video, then please go ahead and hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss out on the exciting new episodes that are coming up. So that's all for this one. Till I come back in the next one, thank you so much for watching. Peace.